Y'all, prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick. Okay, it is Sunday, the 12th, I guess. I'm headed to practice. It's a little later than I normally do. It's almost 5 p.m. But I just had a lot to do today because we're going on this cruise. So I think I had mentioned like how I just had to pick up stuff for Reagan, like a bunch of clothes and all that stuff. So I spent at least a couple hours at the mall. Then I just ate my pre-workout meal. Obviously got myself a Celsius. I actually I had a stash from the Olympia that I brought home. So that's the end of my stash. And now I'm going to the gym to do what may or may not be my final run through. It's my first run through with my new hair. And I am hoping that this is how I'm going to wear it on stage. Right now it's pulled back actually into one. So it's French braided. I think French braids are on the inside. It's the opposite of that. Cornrowed into two, right? I have two, but then I put them together in one. I'm going to try it both ways because I like the way that it looks better in two, I think. But I just think that performance-wise, it might be better in one. It really doesn't matter. I don't think that's going to be the difference between me winning or losing. So I just want to put it in whatever feels the most comfortable, because I mentioned it, with my costume. Remember when I was like, that those bottoms that I was wearing, I could feel them. I was thinking about them, on the Legion stage. I was thinking about the stage. I don't want to be thinking about anything on this stage other than performing, other than pointing my toes and breathing and all that stuff. This is not going to be my best physique. I can tell you guys that right now. I have slipped up on purpose too many times. This has been the laziest part of my prep, because I didn't think that I was going to do this show. And then I just like I said, it's just been a tough season, just a lot going on. So it was hard to check back in. And like I mentioned before, I just feel which don't base your efforts, you guys, based on your feelings. I say this to my clients all the time. Don't base your efforts on your feelings, even though I did it. Don't do it, because now I'm having regrets, right? I feel like the physique standings are very solid. I also found out today that Ellie Ams is her last name. She did Adela Garcia as her pro debut this year. She's competing here. Maybe she's the only one that honestly I'm I don't know really where she's gonna go, because she is peeled, but she's tiny. So she got second to last in physique at Adela Garcia, to people that definitely have more muscle and better shape than her, but definitely are softer. But that's the same thing as Michelle. Here's the thing, I'm not even that peeled, but Michelle beat people who were more conditioned than her because she has incredible shape and incredible muscularity, right? So all that to say, I still kind of feel like the physique standings are going to be the physique standings. I think Michelle's going to win. I think I'm going to get second. I think Ashley's going to get third. I think that's pretty solid. And I think that because I think that, I've just been sloppy with my diet and with my cardio. I've just been there's really not a lot that can happen here. Which again, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have worked just as hard as I did for this show that I did coming into Chattanooga, but it is what it is. I did spend a lot of effort on my routine, which is the feedback that I really hope that Becky sees that I've applied. Because while I don't want her to look at me and think, wow, her physique has gone down since the last time I saw her. For me, a bigger concern is her seeing that I took her feedback. And her physique feedback for me couldn't be applied in that short amount of time. I couldn't get more muscle in that short amount of time. So in my mind, maybe I'm just justifying myself being lazy, but in my mind, she was never going to see in this amount of time the physique feedback that she gave me. So I'm well, if my physique's not better, it is what it is, because that's not what she told me to do. She didn't talk to me about my physique or about anything that I could bring better to Ben Weider for my physique. She talked to me about things I could bring better to Ben Weider for my routine. So those are the things I want to make sure that she notices. Again, in hindsight, I wish I would have worked as hard, because now the time's gone, and what did I gain? Is my life better because I ate brownies? Yes, I ate brownies. I think I said that on camera. Is my life better because I skipped cardio a couple times, more than a couple times? No, it's not. My life is exactly the same today as it would have been, except I'd be probably less stressed out because I'd be in better shape. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is. We're 5 days out. Now this peak week is just basically damage control. Honestly, on the physique. the routine wise, like it's fine. I will say I have not done a full out since Chattanooga. I normally do full outs every 2 weeks, and it's been 3. However, I have done a boatload of sections. So I'm not really concerned. I'm about to do a full out right now. Like, if the first one's not good, I'll do another one, and I'm not going to leave the gym until it's good. So anyway, that's where we are. I don't know how I feel. Like, it's so weird because again, you guys know this by now, Andrea has mood swings. Like, I go from, I'm going to win this show, and I got to start thinking about getting in the top 10 of the Olympia, to like, oh, well, I don't know. I feel like my physique is out of control and blah, blah. I don't know. I think we all probably have a lot of these mood swings during prep. It's hard to keep your mind straight. It's hard to keep your head on straight during prep. But you just do your best. Honestly, I cannot wait for the season to be over. I think I need it to be over. I need it to be over. I want to focus on the Olympia. I wore my Olympia thing today just for some inspiration. Hold on. Wore it for some inspiration. But I just like want this show to be over. That's pretty much it. Look how cute my hair is. I really like my hair. Okay. Good warm up so far. I'm going to try it like this. And we're going to see. I'm sorry I'm breathing so hard. I literally just like did a run through. It wasn't a full out, but it was like the middle third kind of. So anyway, I am just going to let my wrists, really my hands. I wrap these things so tight I lose feeling in my hands. Let my hands breathe for a sec. Let my heart rate come down a little. And then I'm going to do a full out. So this will be my first full out, like I said, since Chattanooga. My first full out since being on stage. So I have those changes. So we're going to see how they go. If they don't go, here's the thing. If it takes significantly more out of me to do these changes, which I don't think that it will, because again, they're not really upgrades, like didn't make it harder, but like if this looks like a hell, I'm going to put it back how it was. I just don't want to, I don't want to end my season feeling like I could have had a better routine, not necessarily done a better routine. Like I do want to feel like I did the best I could, but I'm like kind of going in between, like if assuming this is bad, right? Or maybe bad, maybe not. There's like, leave it as is and potentially like feel more confident about how you're going to perform it, but then potentially feel like you didn't like really like love. Listen, I love my routine, but I don't want to feel like, man, that could have been a little bit better. Like I didn't love that little part right there. Like, or fix those things, but then potentially not have the performance of a lifetime, because ultimately that's what it's about, is how did my performance go? Because the crowd doesn't know what the potential choreography could have been, right? Like they just know what they saw. So doing it flawlessly is my highest priority. So if this doesn't feel the way that I want it to feel within 2 runs, then I'm gonna change back. But I think that it should. Like I said, my warm-up was good, so we're gonna see. I'm not gonna post a video. So you're gonna find out in my show day vlog. Okay, sorry it's so dark. You know what it is, daylight saving time. Practice was good, but so freaking hard. So hard. I feel like I've never done that many full outs in one practice. It took me 3 tries just to get it. Like, it took me 3 tries to get it the way that I wanted to get it. And then plus I did sections. And then I just like wanted to get out of there. So my breaks were like shorter and shorter every time. It's like after the first one, I sat, I rested, I like listened to music. I like completely like cooled down. I cooled down. Then the second one, I'm like, okay, like what the hell, dude? Like you need to do this again. But I like didn't want to stay at the gym for a long time. So I was just like, while you're tired, like just do it now. And then I did the third one, which was the best one, but I felt like I was going to go into cardiac arrest. I didn't, so that's good. And somewhere in between there, before my last one, I think it was after my first one, that I did like the section that I missed. So I like went all the way up to this one part and I felt like I was going to die, so I stopped. So then I did just that section. Then I rested for a really long time and went again, messed up at the same section. And now at this point I'm mad. because it never takes me that many tries. Like normally, like the first one's good and the second one's better. This time, the first one was bad and the second one was also just as bad. I was like, what the hell? So anyway, so I was like, I gotta get out of here. I was tired, but I was like, I gotta do it anyway. And I'm like standing there on the side of the floor like, come on, Andrew, do you want to go to the Olympia or not? Anyway, I guess I wanted to go to the Olympia because I did it and it was good. But the good thing is, my bad ones were not actually bad. They were actually very good. I think I was just so tired, one, because I haven't done it in 3 weeks. But two, because I was like focusing so hard on just being super precise that I just feel like I exerted a lot more energy than I normally do. Like I'm like squeezing my ankles together, pointing my toes. Like it was nice. Like I watched that playback and I'm like, wow, I hope I could do this on stage again. Like this looks so beautiful. So I'm going to run another full out on Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully we leave on Tuesday night, but I'm like planning to get everything done tomorrow so that on Tuesday I do have a spare 30 minutes to just come in, get warm, run it, and leave. Because our flight's not till midnight. It's not like our flight's at 6 p.m. and I need to I got plenty of time. So if I don't feel good on Tuesday night, then when we're in DC, I better find a gym. I better find somewhere to practice so that I can get a run done. Or I can do what I did in Chattanooga, which was I didn't actually get a full run, but Iron HQ had that posing room that was big enough for me to do decent chunks of it. So I might just like run the little parts that are bothering me a little bit. So anyway, I'm also in damage control mode right now, food-wise, because I don't look great. So food is also low. So on show day, I'm going to have adrenaline, I'm going to have more reps, and I'm going to have food. So I'm not actually worried. The list comes out tomorrow. That's pretty exciting. I hope that it surprises me and it's a lot of people. Like, I think right now I know of 5, including myself. Me, Michelle Gales, Amber Downs, Ellie Ams, and Abby Bolton. That's the 5 that I know for a fact will be on this list. But I'm hoping like maybe Michelle Blondin pops up. I'm hoping, I don't know who else is natural. Besides all the natural girls that I know are not going to be there. Heather's not going to be there. Amanda's not going to be there. Danielle's not going to be there. Jessica's not going to be there. Tara's not going to be there. Karina's not going to be there. So that's all the natural girls that, normally would do this show. Savannah's not going to be there. From what I heard, actually. I don't actually know that for a fact. But somebody told me Savannah's hurt right now. So it's like those are all people who have done this show in the past that are still like active competitors in fitness. Because there are a few others that are like not competing right now. But I'm like, I don't really actually know out of all those people, the people that I said will for sure be there and will for sure not be there. I don't know if there's anybody that I'm missing that might pop up on this list. Michelle Blondin's the only one that I'm like, I don't know if she will or she won't. Everybody else, I pretty much know if they will or if they won't. But there's a bunch of people that I don't even know exist, or may not be on my radar. So I just hope it's a big show because it's, it's more fun when it's a lot of you. So anyway, I just got home, about to eat some chicken and veg. Story of my life. And a rice cake. And that's it. Okay, good morning, everybody. I know you can't see me. When I get out of this neighborhood, there will be more lights. Okay, so let's check in. So we leave tonight, actually. And we fly at midnight. So I told Ruben, I'm like, I want to leave the house at 7:30. Which is very early. But if you've been following the series, you know that Ruben and I get to the airport really late and we miss flights. So it only takes an hour to get to this airport. It's not going to be rush hour traffic. Like, this is the closest airport to us. It's the easiest parking, all that good stuff. So if we actually do leave at 7:30, we're going to be like 3 hours early for our flight. But we're not going to leave at 7:30. That's the thing. If we leave at 8:30, that will be like good timing for us, right? We leave at 8:30, get there at 9:30. By the time we park and we're in the airport, it's 10. Like I said, we board at 11:30. So anyway, none of that matters. You guys don't really care about that. I'm probably going to cut it out. All that whole thing to say, I'm not going to cut it out because this is what I wanted to make the point about what time we're leaving, is I am going to go back tonight after the last camp at boot camp and go run another full out. I did skills yesterday at Powerhouse, but I don't do full outs at Powerhouse because that floor is so unforgiving, and I'm not doing any of my bounding skills on that floor. Absolutely not. These ankles have a limited lifespan, and I only do like my bounding skills, like my tumbling, my rebounds, like stuff like that. I only do those on stage or on the bouncy floor at Burn Boot Camp. So anyway, I'm going to go back tonight and run another full out. I am getting to work a little early today. Like, it is literally 4:50 right now. and I don't have to be at work until 5:15. So I mean, I'm not going to be there 30 minutes early. I'm going to be there like 15 minutes early. But just because I want to run this one little skill, and I work all the way until like 12:30 today. So anyway, that's that. I got to talk about the lineup. Okay, lineup came out yesterday. Let me tell you, your girl is shook. So I already knew I think there's 7 of us. I knew it was going to be me, Abby, Michelle Gales, Ashley Downs, and who else was the other person I knew for a fact was going to be there? Ellie Ams. She is a new pro. She's done one pro show. So I knew it was going to be us 5. But all the other people that I know are natural and have done this show in the past weren't doing it. So this girl, Rosie Burr, I guess this is going to be her pro debut. I don't know anything about her other than I think this is her pro debut. And then who else? Eureka. Let me tell you guys, when I saw Eureka on this list, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't very happy about it. Not because everybody else on this list is easy to beat, but because Eureka is very hard to beat. I already have Michelle Gales, who has smoked me in physique. I already have Abby Bolton, who comes with very, very hard skills and good routines. So it's not like this was going to be an easy win in the first place, right? Like once I found out Taylor, or once I told Taylor she wasn't doing it, not found out, she obviously wasn't going to do it regardless of what I said, but once I knew Taylor wasn't doing it, I definitely felt like, okay, now I can actually win. But it's not like I felt like, oh, it's in the bag. Like, yes, I definitely felt confident about my ability to win, but I didn't feel like, oh, this is a walk in the park for me, right? Anyway, Eureka is very hard to beat. One, because she's one of the people who is high ranking in the physique and the routine. So, there's people who have really strong physiques but don't necessarily do great in routine. Michelle. There's people who have really strong routines who don't necessarily do well in physique. Abby. There's people like me who are strong routines but like low to mediocre. I won't say low to mediocre physique. Now, these days I would say I'm a middle of the road physique. I'm not amazing, I'm not horrible. And then there's people like Eureka who are pretty strong at both. Now, the thing that I have going for me is that even though Eureka is pretty strong at both, I do think that I think I'm strong enough in the routine to be able to beat her. I said it yesterday to Danielle. I'm like, if Allison Dominguez Kramer, I think is her last name. Anyway, if Allison can beat Eureka, then I feel like I can beat Eureka. Like, again, and I've mentioned this, I think I mentioned this when I was talking about, like, can I beat Kristen Pope? Can I beat Stephanie Jones? Like, I'm like, which obviously after Chattanooga, we all know now that I can. I was just like, okay, we have the same choreographer, so we're going to have like very similar flow and style and energy. I feel like we have comparable skills. I think she does more flexibility skills than I do because I'm not a flexible person. But I'm like, okay, Allison beat Eureka in Tampa with a unanimous decision. Every single judge thought that Allison's routine was better than Eureka's. So I'm like, okay, Andrea, you can win the routine round. Becky has already seen your routine. You know that Becky likes your routine. So anyway, that's why I'm going to work 15 minutes early so that I can rep these skills like as much as possible. When we get to DC, I already found a gym. We normally go to DMV. It's like a bodybuilder's gym, but bodybuilder gyms don't have exercise rooms where I can practice. So I told Ruben, like, I want to go to One Life Fitness. I want to go to a family gym because I need a group exercise room because I need some space to run this routine. Plus, we have an amateur fitness girl coming with us, and I want to be able to get eyes on her routine because I have not seen her routine in person since choreography. I've seen videos of it, but anyway, this is getting long. It's getting long. So I feel good, but I feel very nervous because my physique is not physiquing. Now, this is probably what I look like. I don't know. I probably still look better than I have in seasons past just because I have more muscle. But damn, when I look at the side by sides from 5 days out, 3 days out from Chattanooga, and then I look at my pictures right now, I'm like, you really messed this up. You really messed it up. Like, I was eating whatever I wanted, not for every single meal. I was eating most of my meals, but then Ruben wanted brownies, so I made brownies and I ate them. Even when I made him cookies for the Olympia, like, I ate 2 of them. And these were big ass cookies. These were not like little mini chocolate chip cookies. Like, it wasn't Chips Ahoy. These were big old, like, 85 gram cookies. Like, I was so checked out. And now, and I said it like before, I don't know if I said it on this video, but like, I say this to my clients all the time. Hey guys, you can't base your effort on your feelings. And that's exactly what I did. I based my effort on my feelings. And now I'm in this space right now where I'm coming into the show terrified. And I'm like, you could have had a better physique. Like, you look like shit. Your shoulders are flat. Like, your legs have no lines in them. Your stomach has no lines in it, which these things are all exaggerations, right? Like, comparatively to what I looked like before. I still look pretty good. But I definitely, from what my expectation is of myself, I definitely look 2 weeks out still. Which I still think our physique rankings are pretty solid. I think that it's going to be Erika and Michelle, the top 2. I think I'm probably going to be 3rd. I think Ashley will probably be 4th. Like, to be honest, I think that even at my highest level of effort, I would probably still be in 3rd place to Erika and Michelle. But Erika doesn't really come in super tight. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe you could have beaten her. But to be honest, it doesn't matter. Whoever wins the routine round at this show is winning the show. Unless they get dead last in physique, which I don't know who that would be. So anyway, on one hand, I have all these regrets about not coming in at my best physique. On the other hand, I'm like, look, you needed to... I will not say that I sacrificed my conditioning in order to bring a better routine, because I know Jody did that for Chicago, and that worked well for her. She won Chicago. She came into Van super peeled. Her routine was good. I thought it was good. But then she was like, I got to win the routine round in Chicago, right? Because she lost Van to Sarah. So she's like, I got to win the routine round. So she sacrificed some of her conditioning to be lights out in the routine, and that worked well for her. I would like to think, I want to pretend that that's what I did. Like, oh, I just sacrificed my conditioning for my routine. Really not. I didn't do that. I sacrificed my conditioning because I was being lazy. What I will say, though, and this is the last thing because I'm at work, I got to get inside the gym, is I think that I emptied the tank on Chattanooga. And honestly, I don't know that I could have done 4 more weeks of that level. Like, I don't think that I could have done 4 more weeks of a really adherent prep. So I didn't directly sacrifice conditioning for routine. I wasn't like, not like me and Ruben were like, okay, we got to give you more food so you can be better at your routine. But I think that mental stability wise, it was like, look, if you want to get all the way to Ben Weider, like, that was the only way to get me on this stage. Because I think if I would have been, like, again, if I would have been going as hard as I did, I think that my body would have given up. I think I would have been like, I'm not doing this. Like, I've had enough. I don't want to do this. I'm not doing it. Right? I was already like that after Chattanooga. So all that to say is I better win the routine and make it worth coming into this thing scared and fat. So obviously I'm not fat. But you guys are bodybuilders, so you get that. I kind of have to, I think most of my people who watch this are bodybuilders. I usually have to leave disclaimers on comments like that with like my lifestyle people. Like on Instagram, I have to leave disclaimers on calling myself fat because my like lifestyle people will think that I'm serious about that when I'm always talking about it in the context of bodybuilding. I know that Andrea 10% body fat is not fat. Like, I don't think that I'm fat. I do think that I'm too fat to get on stage the way that I want to, right? Like, I have too much fat. But anyway, that's it. I gotta get inside. All right, guys, welcome to the janky vlog. You guys, I need to let you know, the phone is set up on the like stick, the gear shift stick, and it's like balancing on the gear shift and the volume button on the radio. In DC now, technically it's Alexandria that we're in, Alexandria, Virginia. We just ate. We can't check into our Airbnb until 3, and we landed at like right before 11. So we ate and got coffee, and now we are about to go to the gym and hit back. One of our other amateurs is also here, or she just landed at the airport, so she's gonna meet us at the gym. We're gonna lift. Like I said, by the time we're done lifting, if we still have a bunch of time to kill, we'll go to the grocery store. Otherwise, we'll go to the Airbnb. I still need to do cardio and sauna, and I want to do skills tonight, so I'm going to go back. But I feel good. I didn't take any check-in photos this morning because I forgot to pack my bathing suit, like, in my carry-on. It's in one of my check luggage. But I did, like, drop my pants. Drop my pants in the middle of the airport. Oh, hold on. Okay, now I can't get it to stay. But I took my pants off in the bathroom. I took off my jacket and just hit a quick pose to see what I look like. I look good. I feel good. I think I'm going to start my period today. So I need to start it today. I would like to start my period today. Because day 2 is always like the worst. And if I start tomorrow, that means show day will be day 2. And I just don't have time for that. And also, like, the longer it takes to start, the more of the cruise I'm going to be on my period for it. I'm just not having that. So whatever. Shout out to still getting a period during prep. Obviously, again, I joked about, like, maybe that means I'm not lean enough, but anyway, Ruben's coming back out. We're about to go work out. Okay, so I have done a terrible job of vlogging, like, this day. Hold on. To be honest, I'm like so far behind on my vlogs. Like I still have to edit my like 2 weeks out to peak week video. And then like, I guess this is going to be part of my peak week video, or is this going to be part of my show day video? I don't really know because I have to see how long the videos are. I try not to get them over like 35 minutes. So like usually I just cut it wherever it makes the most sense. But I do still want to show up on here. I can't find the washcloth. Okay, once again, I do still want to show up on here, right? So anyway, day before show, oops, I'm getting ready for check-ins. Just putting a little something on my face. I kind of want to try my new Amber P palette. I never wear eyeshadow. Like, oh, look how freaking pretty that is. I kind of just want to put it on because there's like some neutral type colors here, just so I can feel beautiful. No, I'm gonna break in the palette tomorrow. Anyway, let me catch you up. So we have check-ins tonight. They're rolling. It's not like most shows where there's like an athlete meeting. There's no athlete meeting. It's just check-ins from 4 to 8, and you just go whenever you go. So I'm getting ready now. Ruben and Denisha, who's one of our amateurs, they're at the gym. Me and Taco, who's one of my amateurs. She's one of our amateurs. Like, I just coach her in like the fitness part of it. Ruben coaches her in the bodybuilding part of it. Me and Taco just went and ran skills, and I posed with her a little bit. Then we're gonna go to check-ins. And I'm really excited. Like, I feel good. I do wish that I would have gotten another full out done. I really wanted to go do another full out. This lighting ain't great. I really wanted to go and do another full out the day we left on Tuesday, but it just, time got away from me. I just did not have time for that. So I didn't do it. But now I'm like, wow, I've only done really one full out that I really, really feel good about. Again, I run the skills regularly, so it's not that big of a deal, but you know, it is a big deal because this is a show that I really want to win. And I feel like in order to win, you have to prepare. And I feel slightly under-prepared. Slightly. That being said, I still feel good. It's not like I've never competed this routine. I've never competed this exact routine. And if I'm feeling weird tomorrow during warm-ups or something, I mean, I could, to be honest, I could go all the way back to my roots, and, you know, the things that I changed that I think make this routine better, I could just go back to doing what I did at Chattanooga and be done. Which I'm about 25% on feeling like I need to do that. I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow. We do have less time in between the rounds, so that is one of my concerns. Is like, am I going to feel fully replenished and like hydrated and fed? Am I going to feel like I can do this routine that is, you know, 5% harder for me? So we're going to see. I'm going to warm up, because I can decide in warm-ups, like, I can decide in warm-ups what version of this routine I need to do. I'll know by how I warm up, to be honest. So we're going to see. And there's multiple options. So like, and you'll see when I post the video of the routine, is like, I might do the first change, but then at the end, if I'm feeling tired, like not do the second change. Or, you know, there are options of ways that I can improvise, but I just don't want to improvise. That's like one of my goals for this particular show, is to do the routine exactly the way that I plan to do the routine. I don't want to have to improvise on stage. I want to go on stage planning to do something, and that's what I want to do. So when I warm up tomorrow, I'll decide what version of this I'm going to do. I really just want to feel like, again, I get off stage feeling like, yes, that was the one. And obviously I also want to win. And 1% of me feels like I have to make these changes in order to win. Another percent of me, a larger percent of me, feels like I just have to nail my routine no matter what it is. So we're going to see. Anyway, that's the update. I just wanted to put a quick little something on. I am going to put on lashes. But that's the tea, everybody. Like, we're here. Show day is tomorrow. And I feel better about my physique. I'm still feeling like I should have worked harder. Should have been working a little harder. But I also feel like, you know, Ruben did a good job of bringing me back in after I destroyed all of our hard work together by being in my feelings. And it is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna show these tomorrow. I'll try to get some footage from check-ins stuff. And yeah, last one, best one. All right, we had check-ins. I had to get Baja Cooler because first off, this gas station had like nothing. Second off, I'm kind of into this now. I'm kind of into it. And I got some Starburst. This is for a little bit of a pump, but also a little bit of a calorie boost tomorrow.
And that goes along with the jewelry and everything else that you're showcasing. So, because remember, this is a physique contest at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what it's about. There's nothing wrong with having jewelry and having accessories, but you are the main thing that that's being judged.
So you just don't want to see, you know, like if you have on too many jewelry and then you're going to see that before you start, you know what I mean, taking a look at the individual's physique. It detracts. And that's something that you really don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, for example, this competitor, you know, it's nice makeup, it's very subtle, her jewelry is very subtle. So for me, I guess number, 41, 42 stands out.
Okay.
And here they're doing their mandatories, and the judges are comparing them.
Right.
And again, this is the fitness division, so there's two parts to it. There's a two-piece,
Right.
and then their actual routines.
Right. So this is the first round.
Yeah.
40 and 41 switch, please, right next to each other.
Right. Again, she really stands out to me.
Okay.
42 and 40.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring
Yep,
42
those are the
in.
two that I mentioned earlier. Those two automatically stand out in the lineup. And again, symmetry is important. You want to balance physique from top to bottom.
So 41, 42 are your top two, you think?
And we talked about posing earlier with the men division. Posing, extremely important. Being comfortable in your shoes, your heels, that's important as well too. So outside of just practicing your posing, you should practice wearing those shoes as well too, especially if you're not someone who wear heels all the time.
Right.
That's very important.
So are like glutes and tie-ins, are those some things that they look for?
Well, you definitely want to have a good glute hamstring tie-in.
Round shoulders. And like I said, guys, as far as fitting the category, they're going to pick the best who fits the category, and they know based on leanness and symmetry as well as conditioning is how they'll come up with the top personnel that's doing it.
So I see that all the girls, they have long hair. You know, when I competed, I wore short hair. And in the women's physique division, your quarter turns are similar to what they're doing.
Okay, I've been totally neglecting YouTube. Sorry, everybody. It's just been busy. It's been busy, like getting ready to compete. The way that this show runs, it's like prejudging and finals back to back. So the time in between prejudging and finals, like I literally got off stage, chatted with a few people, took a couple pictures, like went to go get food and came back. And when I came back, I had time to change, and then it was time to warm up. My eyelash is coming off because I took it off earlier, and then I tried to re-glue it with residual adhesive, and it didn't work, but I don't care. But yeah, just warmed up. I feel good. It's gonna be good. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I feel really good, but I mean, it's some stiff competition. Abby's always really good, and this girl Rosie, she's gonna pull a little T. Let me tell you that. She's doing some crazy stuff. But anyway, let me talk about prejudging. Prejudging went great. Like, I was off center, so I would like to think that I'm in second, but based on how this year has gone, I'm always the lower place out of which, when I thought I was either 4 or 5 or 3 or 4, I was 4. When I thought I was 6 or 7, I was 7. So I'm not going to say, I think I'm in second when I could very well be third. I don't know. I just need to win the routine. As usual, I might just take it. I'm just going to, it's not bothering me like when I feel it. It's bothering me when I look at it. So whatever. Anyway, Sorry I'm so behind, but it is what it is. Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is definitely a division that you definitely want to get some feedback from, because there can be some physique changes that you need to make, as well as
But it's all across the board, right? All the divisions, right? It's
Right.
important to get feedback.
right. But the only thing different about this one is both are scored. So sometimes you could be a strong physique and have a weak routine. So that's what I mean by definitely getting feedback.
And in second place, number 42, Andrea Glass.
There you go.
Right.
Like I said, another Olympia bid.
That makes our winner of the King Leader Natural Pro Fitness, number 41, Michelle Gale. Michelle, you're going to the Olympia.
There you go. There you go. Another Olympia bid. Congratulations to her and her team. And to all the ladies up there, actually.
From Aesthetics. And a never average, always a wolf. Wolf pack bag. And that beautiful crown.
And of course, I like the camaraderie with the competition, even though it's a competition.
Taco's taking off the lips, but let's talk about this glam that your girl did today. And don't forget mine too. Like, come on, glam. We love a DIY that doesn't look like a DIY.
Yeah.